During jury selection in a medical malpractice trial, a potential juror says to me, listen, I don't know if I can be 100% sure and now have to sit for weeks and weeks in jury duty trying to figure out whether or not your client is 100% right. What do I say in response to a comment like that? You want to know what I have to say? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law in the state of New York. Some potential jurors, as they're in jury duty and now they're being questioned about whether or not they're the right person to sit on a particular case, have questions about how long they actually have to sit as a juror on a particular trial. Some trials will last only a few days, some will last weeks, some even will last months. And now some jurors, before they actually accept sitting as a juror, they want to know, listen, am I going to have to sit here for weeks during deliberations trying to determine whether your client is 100% right? And here's what we say when we get that type of response. The answer is no. You don't have to sit here for weeks and weeks trying to determine whether my client is 100% correct. Instead, you only have to determine that we are slightly more likely right than wrong. That's it. Once we can tip the scales ever so slightly in our favor to show that we are slightly more likely right than wrong, then guess what? Now you have reached a decision. We have shown you that we are entitled to a verdict in our favor. And now that means that the people that we have sued are legally responsible for causing my client's injuries. And once you come to that conclusion, you now will then go on to the next series of questions, which is, did the wrongdoing, did the carelessness of the people that we have sued, was that a cause of my client's injuries? And if the answer is yes, now you'll have to go ahead and assess and evaluate how much compensation my client is to receive for their pain, their suffering from the time of the incident up until the time of trial, and from the time of trial into the foreseeable future, based upon the testimony and the evidence that you hear. And also there are other damages, other elements of damages that you'll consider. So you don't have to be there for weeks and weeks trying to make 100% sure that what we are claiming is true. Instead, we only have to show you that we are slightly more likely right than wrong in order to justify a verdict in our favor. And you may come to that conclusion immediately after beginning jury deliberations or within a short period of time after. So why do I share with you this insight? I share it with you just to give you a look at what occurs in a medical malpractice trial here in the state of New York. You know, I recognize you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need answers first, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.